Slipknot, one of my favorite bands of all time, just released a brand new track entitled The Negative One. If you guys want to hear this track, I'll put the link in the description. And you guys already know that I am a gigantic Slipknot fan for close to 8 years now, and Slipknot have been pretty much my favorite band, and they've been the band that really got me into metal music as a whole. And I know I love other bands and artists, but Slipknot have been one of my very first favorite artists that got me into music. But anyways, this new track is very, very good stuff, and it does have a similarity like the band's first two albums and some of the similar heavy stuff from Volume 3, the Subliminal Verses. And we all know that Slipknot have changed their music, you know, when they've been more mature, but they're still a very serious band, you know, from the releases of Volume 3 and All Hope Is Gone, which are very different albums when you compare the sound of the band's music from those two albums to their first two. Their first two is just very in-your-face aggression from beginning to end. But on this track, the aggression is back, and it really does remind me of the band's previous stuff from the 90s. So, I've been absolutely waiting for an extremely long time for Slipknot to release a new track, and I'm still waiting for the new album. And we know that Joey Jordison left the band, but we know that Slipknot are back once again since they're developing a new album. And we heard some statements from Corey Taylor and the other guys about the album. So the production sound of this track is very, very good stuff. The distortion from the guitars, absolutely great. Heavy distortion, and the drum sound is really solid stuff as well. Punchy, and Corey Taylor is back with his aggressive vocals once again, and we know Corey from his different changes from his voice. Sometimes he can sing at a proper singing tone from his voice to make his voice more softer and bringing some emotion to it. But Corey's aggressive vocals are back, and it's just very, very great stuff. And I'm just very surprised that Slipknot can still release some heavy brutality from their music. And to be honest, this band have never disappointed me from their discography. You know, you can see my Slipknot posters as well. It just shows to me that I'm still a really big fan of Slipknot to this very day. There's one little flaw on this track. The overall volume from the guitars not as loud, as the other band's instruments that have been recorded. But it doesn't really bother me that much. But overall, the Negative One is a very, very great, strong, violent, in-your-face track. So let me know what you guys think of it. Let me know in the comments. So I know this is really short, but I'll just have to wait for the new album, and then I'll review it in more detail. So thank you guys for watching, and as always, keep it metal.